Hello and all, and welcome back to Danganronpa. I am the Max of Few Trades. In the last part, we went to court, figured out that Sayaka actually was trying to frame Makoto for murdering Leon, but then it all kind of went belly up, and then Leon murdered Sayaka, and then we caught Leon, and now they're both dead, and Junko's also dead as a side effect to all of this things going on. And we're kind of just sort of, I guess, going to be dealing with the emotional fallout that comes with that sort of territory, I guess. I should state that before I started, I was fiddling around with, like, the options and stuff, and I found that you can actually go to the Mano machine, you know, the present getter thing, before, without even actually having to get into the game, and I figured I might as well cut it out. Because, I mean, just do it all right there off camera, getting all the stuff, because it was literally like 20 minutes of me just putting coins into a machine one at a time. So, that took a really long time. But I did collect a large supply of stuff. I mean, I got mineral water, so I mean, that's something, I suppose. Drawn from the ocean depths and rigorously purified, ideal for a modern on-the-go public unsatisfied with tap water. Might as well look at all this stuff. I mean, we're about to get emotionally, you know, crushed by the feels train, so we might as well, you know, figure this. Might as well get a little levity up in here. A tough, long-lasting cracker used mainly as an emergency ration. Each piece contains full 7 different flavors. That doesn't sound pleasant. I don't like that many flavors going around here. A baked good made from black ingredients. It looks burnt, but it's actually pretty good. I have to take your word for it there. Rations. A set of canned, vacuum-sealed foodstuffs. The taste isn't bad, and certain snakes that enjoy hide-and-go-seek are just crazy about it. Ha! 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 It's not doing much, but it's helping. Okay. Sunflower seeds. The seeds of that particular flower that love facing the sun. They have a flavor somewhat similar to peanuts. I would not know that, never actually eaten them. Sprinkle this around outside and watch the birds come flocking. There's nothing stopping you from eating it too, I suppose. I mean, it wouldn't hurt you, I suppose. Got a lot of kitten hair clips now. Let's see, the everlasting bracelet, a handcrafted item made with needles and thread. They say once you put it on, it'll never come off again. That does not sound like the type of thing you'd want. A brand name diamond popularly used in engagement rings, although this one's just an imitation. Ah, so it's zirconium. Gotcha. Alright, scarab brooch. This scarab was considered to be sacred by many ancient societies. It's better known today as the dung beetle. Pretty cool. Let's see, they say that wearing these while performing incantations will help you better speak with the target of your spell. That sounds like a reference to something, but it's going over my head, so, okay. A G-Sick. Most people consider it a throwaway watch due to its poor quality. Still, it enjoys massive popularity thanks to its low price. I mean, yeah. Roller slippers! Slippers with a small wheel installed in each heel. They were invented to move easily around the house, but there's absolutely no demand for them. Yeah. A scarf belonging to a certain masked hero. It's tattered and worn due to the countless battles it's been through. I feel like a lot of these are probably references that I don't get. A loincloth meant to emphasize one's manliness. Its simple design features a single leaf overlaid on white cloth. True that. Toraneko's pants. The latest style from premier gothic Lolita fashion label Wonder Dungeon. Oh. Well, then I guess that would probably go to Celeste. Alright, we're getting some obvious stuff going on here. Got some bunny earmuffs, one of the most popular items from Gothic Lolita designer Ina Bauer. Okay, I guess that a lot of stuff that goes to Celeste. If I wanted to associate with her, then that probably would go over pretty well. I have an uncomfortably large amount of these. Designed solely for those in control of their bodies. For better or worse, it's unisex. Oh, alright. Oh, that's what this is. A competitive swimsuit for women. Its design concept is to become one with the water, and it claims to increase swimming speed by 10%. I can use that. I actually know who that would go to. All right. A collectible figure of Princess Piggles, the popular heroine from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess. Well, that's some nice alliteration you got yourself there. All right. We've got this abomination. A figurine of the popular TV personality who hosted Lost in Forbidden Love Fantasy Outer Space. I get a feeling like this sort of stuff would go to Hifumi, which means I'm never giving it to them. Alright, let's see. This is different than the scissors. Since Hope's Peak Academy doesn't have a barber, the students are responsible for cutting their own hair. Oh, ain't that unfortunate. Yeah, apparently 2 different types of scissors. Very, very important. I got a tumbleweed? A dried out plant seen in many Western films. If they pile up around your yard, just toss them off a cliff or something. Assuming you live next to a cliff, I guess. Small rose tinted inside a test tube. It's good for both hellos and farewells. In the language of flowers, a red rose means passionate love. I don't know what that is. Is that makeup? Is that what it's supposed to be? Oh, also apparently this is a whip. A whip made from real roses. Even the most beautiful rose has thorns. Alright. Oh, I've already looked at that. Although this looks like it could be a real sword, the strongest weapon ever made. It's great for dungeon diving and lets you warp through walls. Of course, it doesn't actually exist in this reality, so... Okay. Created with high-tech future technology, a single shot can melt every molecule in a fully grown human. There aren't any batteries, though, so you can't fire it. Ah, well, that's probably for the best. Oh, hello. A replica of the gun preferred by a famous assassin. It's not really made good by much good by itself. Can't even cock it. That's probably a GoldenEye reference. Berserker armor. Donning this armor bestows the wearer with immense power, but at the cost of their soul and senses. Is that a reference to Berserk? Because that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, a silent receiver. A phone that, for some reason, doesn't let you hear the person on the other end. And doesn't let them hear you. So it's just kind of a hunk of plastic. Alright, oh, Willow. A baseball-shaped velocity measurement machine. Throw it to measure your speed, but don't throw it out the wall. That might have been useful not long ago. Unfortunate. A skull carved from pure rock crystal. Some think skulls like this were created hundreds of years ago, perhaps with alien intervention, and consider them oop arts. Okay. Interesting. Well, it's made out of crystal, so I don't know, maybe Yashihiro wants that? A golden sculpture said to reprint a plane or spaceship. It was found in ruins Columbia, dated by around 1000 CE, indicating to some that this represents an oop art. I don't know what an oop art is. A spherical representation of Earth, about the size of a softball. Some believe it to be an oop art since it depicts a round Earth despite being many centuries old. Someone's gonna have to tell me what an oop art is, because that's getting a little weird. A jewel treasured by an ancient super race. Even the devil has friends, you fool. And then tears flow. Okay. A little-known book about Brazilian jiu-jitsu that teaches high-level shoulder lock techniques. Umpalada is another word for the scapula or shoulder blade. Well, no, wait, that's just judo. I don't know that I'm not smart enough in this sort of these categories. Anyway, million prize problems. These 7 important mathematical problems were posed by the Clay Mathematics Institution with a reward of $1 million for each one solved. That's a real thing, I think. I heard about that. The newest popular portable game system. It has a high-def touchscreen and can also play music and videos, making for the perfect all-in-one media machine. It looks pretty low-tech, but I guess I'll take your word for it. A mature game designed for the fun plane, where a former runway model takes zombies as slaves in a post-apocalyptic world. It's been out of print for a while. Can't imagine why. Tips and more. Alright, tips and tips. A thick book that has hints and codes for every game ever released. A must-have for any true gaming fanatic. Alright. Available only in the Posh Maiden Road, which is geared towards female fanfic fans. Please take me with you next time you go. What? Alright, that's a reference to something, most likely. The button from a school uniform, which increases in value as graduation approaches. In a few cases, reservations are necessary. Yep, another one that's just flying right over my head. Someone's graduation album. Hope's Peak graduation album that someone left behind. The signature pages are all completely blank, which means they were a loser, and that's sad. The branch from a sakaki tree? Commonly used in Shinto rituals. It serves as a connection between humans and the gods. I'm aware of those things' existence. Let's see. A porous rock formed within a volcano. Many people use these to exfoliate and remove dead skin from the body. That sounds incredibly painful. A unique type of flute. You pour water into the base and blow into the top, which can create a variety of sounds similar to a chirping bird. I guess that's probably why it, looks like a bird. Now these things are weird. Made from seeds and coconut fiber, these are used in Buddhist prayers. You determine your wish based on how you position the arms and legs. Man, the world is gigantic and fascinating. Common wisdom might make you think that shining this light on you will turn you small, but nope. It's just that the light itself is about the size of a matchbox. That is an incredibly small, what do you call those things? Flashlight, there we go. Wow, brain fart. And once belonged to a late great novelist, they say that the writer's soul is sealed within the pen, and any user can only write one sentence. I have become something not human. Now that's disturbing, okay. An arrowhead discovered in some ancient ruins, fashioned from a meteorite. They say that getting pierced by it will give you the power to see demons. Alright. Chin drill. A fashion accessory that allows you to equip a drill on your chin. It is said to represent the ideal of spiral energy. Okay. I'm sure these are really clever references. As soon as you put this on, you'll feel like you can take on any challenge. It resembles a stereotypical dinosaur. I didn't know dinosaurs looked like they wore footy pajamas. Okay. A wash basin intended to give you the courage to seek out a true man's fantasy, specifically in public bathhouses. I'm not entirely sure what that's implying, but I'm kind of uncomfortable about it. Oh yeah, I got this at the beginning. Proof that you've cleared the prologue. It's a patch that displays the Hope Speak Academy school crest. I also got this. You guys didn't see it because I cut off the recording before I got it. Proof that you cleared Chapter 1. The name really doesn't sound pleasant. It creates a forbidding sense that something very bad has begun. It's a baseball bat. We all know what happened, okay? So let's see, anything else worth here? Anything at all? Nope. Alright then. Well, that's enough levity, I suppose. Let's get depressing. Makoto's taking it pretty hard. Yeah, okay, he doesn't really even feel like talking. Oh. It's gone. She really is gone. It's almost like there was never anything there to begin with. Every last sign of Sayaka's existence has disappeared without a trace. It's just like he said. Kuma. After the class trial, before we took the elevator back up, Monokuma told us. Great, he came back. Awesome. Oh, I almost forgot. Since the trial is over, I'll go ahead and dispose of all the corpses. Oh, what joy.
What are you gonna do?
It's okay, no need to thank me. Just seeing your delighted smiling face is enough. Whatever. After all, nobody wants to look at a rotting corpse every day. That can't be good for your health. I mean, on the one hand, yeah. On the other, didn't even have time to mourn Sayaka and Junko's deaths. I'm sure that's exactly why he did it. It's a bad joke, a sickening dream, but I have to accept the reality of it all. I head back to the dining hall to meet up with the others. Sorry I'm late.
So,
Are you okay, Makoto? I mean, about as good as I guess you could expect.
Listen to me!
Kiyotaka, I'm gonna need you to seriously dial it down. Sorry? So, what happened? Was your room fixed up like you said? I imagine it would be pretty hard to sleep with a rotting corpse in your bathroom.
Hey, come on.
Jesus, that's messed up, man. Why'd you have to say something like that? My room was spotless. There wasn't anything left. Like the whole thing never happened.
I see.
It must be tough staying there knowing what happened. Why don't you just stay in Sayaka's room? Well, staying there with her scent still hanging in the air, that would hurt just as much. Plus, I've decided that I can't turn away from her death. Makoto. Hey, cheer up. Getting depressed isn't gonna help anything, right? Oh boy, I feel like something... I don't know, have an impending sense of dread.
You got it.
Cheer up and get back on track. Y'all need to stop being so adorable and nice, because it's gonna make whatever happens to you extremely painful. And yeah, alright. I was wondering which one of you guys was gonna come in and start being a party pooper. And I can only assume that's the jerk music. We were already working together, and yet someone was still murdered. Anyone could betray us at this point. I'm not really sure your logic is sound there. Now that it's happened once, it's a question of when, not if, the next one takes place. Yeah, because Sayaka made the first move.
Well...
But if we work together against the mastermind, nobody will have any reason to do something like that.
Stop talking.
Keep telling yourself that. I'll be over here in the real world. The extraordinarily pessimistic, dead-to-the-world world. Working together, fighting a common enemy, like it or not, it's not that simple. It honestly could be if you wanted it to. What do you mean?
Are you okay with
The mastermind seems to be much more powerful than we ever suspected. They took over Hope's Peak, which was supposed to be well defended, then modified it to fit their desire. They created Monokuma, which seems to be incredibly advanced in ways that I can't even fathom, and they're providing for her every need. And the cherry on top is the execution we witnessed. That was extraordinarily brutal and something that I am not fond of the fact that I had to watch.
Honestly.
Everything has been planned down to the last excruciating detail. Does this mean that Monokuma has, like, a specifically designed, like, death machine for everybody? Because that's messed up. This is not the work of your everyday psychopath. Defying them may be too great of a risk. Okay, so it's either kill people in an attempt to leave, or try and all leave and maybe die. Ultimately, I feel like we're all probably doomed, so we might as well fight the power. Y'all not thinking too logically here.
So
then what are we supposed to do? Anyone who truly does want to escape will just have to follow the rules. In which case, the only option is to deceive those around you and win the game.
No.
Gonna say nah.
What?
No what? I don't want to live if it means killing someone else to do it. Ah, poor tiny person. I don't want to kill anyone else.
Huh?
Anyone else? What do you mean?
It's because...
Leon died because we all voted for him, right? It's no different from us killing him ourselves. I'm gonna have to argue against that one, but, I mean, I feel like you're heaping more guilt on you when you don't have to, which is really bad for your psyche, so I'm going to have to ask you to stop before something terrible goes down.
But...
So...
If we hadn't voted for him, then we all would have died instead, right? That isn't what you wanted, is it?
So it seems.
She's right. If you heap that kind of blame on yourself, you turn into a full-fledged masochist. Or just a psychopath in general. I mean, you don't have to use that specific word, but I guess you're not entirely wrong. Chihiro, listen. You're not to blame. Not you, not Leon, and not Sayaka. The mastermind is responsible for everything that's happened. We had no choice but to vote. I can't even imagine what would have happened to us if we'd refused. And in the end, it was Monokuma who ultimately killed Leon. It's true, he was the one that turned the machine on. So don't waste your anger on yourself. Instead, direct it at the mastermind. And the dinging, and the donging, and the bonging, and the binging. Okay, yes, no, stop. And he's just gonna go on his ordinary spiel. Uh-huh, yep, nighttime. That's great.
And one other thing.
Alright, so there's more.
It was totally obvious before that you were trying to make yourselves feel better and justify what you did. See you, don't see you, see you. That's about how much I can see you, even when you try to hide. Now pay attention and remember this well. The burden of judging others is a heavy one to bear, so be well aware of your actions. Order and stability rely on the sacrifice and responsibility of everyone. Okay then, sweet dreams.
This is your standard emotional manipulation tactics, okay? I see exactly what he's trying to do, and I can see right through it like friggin', I don't even know, translucent object that of your choice, okay? He's watching through the cameras, saw us trying to, you know, maybe try and piece everything together, maybe try to work together, and now he's just trying to throw even more upsetting thoughts and words into our brains to make us keep, you know, second-guessing everybody. Was he saying it's our fault? What happened? It's pretty cruel, man.
Don't fuck with me.
That piece of poop. Who does he think he is? And so the day drew to a close. A tense, maddening day that saw the deaths of 3 classmates, Sayaka, Junko, and Leon. Yeah, but this is just the beginning. Our despair has only just begun. Yay! Boy's Life of Despair. Eh? Who's that guy on the left? I woke up the next day to Monokuma's normal morning announcement. Then he called us all to the gym. What's he gonna do to us this time? We were practically frozen with fear, but Monokuma was determined to get us involved in his little game. Again, sociopathy. There you go, man. And with that goal in mind, he began it.
Okay, lift your arms up and down.
I honestly have no idea what's going on anymore.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There is something seriously wrong with that guy.
Now reach way. Tighten those muscles.
Yeah, I don't really want to listen to your voice any more than is necessary. So, if you're not going to say important things, then I'm not even going to bother listening. Being stuck inside like this, you gotta make sure to stay healthy. Yeah. You're the one keeping us stuck inside. Don't sweat the small stuff, that's my motto. That is not small stuff. Nothing you could ever say could ever be considered cool. Please stop existing. Why did you call us here? Certainly it wasn't just to make us exercise. Just to make you exercise doesn't make you exercise. If exercise makes you laugh, exercise will make you cry. Now, if you keep doing these exercises, you'll uncover the secret of the assassin's fist? Isn't that a Street Fighter thing? That sounds like the kind of junk a middle schooler would come up with. Womp. Doesn't matter, just get to the point. She really just calls down here just to exercise.
Hey,
Of course not. You think I have that kind of free time on my hands? Well, that's exactly what you were implying with your previous statement. Hypocritical jackass. Okay, so then. I'd like to make an announcement! Every time you overcome a class trial here at Hope's Peak, a whole new world will open up to you.
What the heck?
A whole new world?
you guys?
It'd really suck if you had to live here forever with nothing new to simulate you, or stimulate, whatever. Besides, I know you kids get these days with your ADD and ADHD, which are both not real ailments that you can contract or are born with. There's entirely... They're mental disorders fabricated for the purposes of selling more pharmaceuticals. I know, because everybody gets diagnosed with it.
Very nice.
So go ahead, look around all you want. Enjoy the brave new post-trial world till you explode, and he's gone. With that, Monokuma disappears, leaving us even more confused than when he'd shown up. But a new world?
Could it be?
Is he talking about a way to get outside?
I wonder.
That seems unlikely. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
Shit!
Well, we don't know till we look.
Hey,
Whatever he meant, it seems like we have to search the school one more time.
you hear me?
Alright, split up, start investigating. When you're done, everyone beat up somebody, I don't care who. And at the dining hall, we'll share what we found. Alright. You're basically a one-trick pony, you know that? Says the guy who's pretty much just one note's doom and gloom.
Got it!
More like a stable food source. Now let's get moving. Okay. Seeing his words of the signal, everyone scattered. And they left the gym. And I guess everyone really did. Alright then. So, wow, okay, game, are you really that adamant on me using my controller? Alright, I mean, I can do that. That's fine by me. I recently bought a controller for my computer, so I wouldn't have to use the keyboard anymore. But I wasn't expecting, like, all of the buttons to change, so... that works out. I guess I'll just use the controller from now on. Why not? Different controls, why not? Yasuhiro, how it be?
What the heck?
Hey, Makoto, did you see what's inside the display case? Bad, this is super bad, man. What are you talking about? I didn't notice anything all that weird in there. Sure, to the untrained eye, it's nothing. But this is awful. A bad, awful, terrible trap.
You're serious?
That stuff you see lined up there? Any god could come by and use it to send a message. Huh? I have been struck with knowledge. It's an ill omen of total devastation and ruin.
Let me out of here!
You are one seriously messed up dude. I have no idea what he's talking about, so maybe I'll just leave him alone. I like that idea. And walking out the door, just like my old friend. Oh, hi.
Got it!
Makoto, look! The gate blocking the stairs is gone. It would seem a path to the second floor is opened up.
Hear me?
But it's also of utmost importance to double-check the areas we already know about, just in case.
Without a doubt.
Aren't I so clever to think of that? I really impress myself sometimes.
You understand?
Well, I'll leave the school to you. Uh-huh. Y'all got a real serious ego, you know that? Alright. I kind of have to, like, relearn the controls now. The gate that was blocking the stairs has been opened, as has been, you know, priorly shouted at us at the top of his lungs. Is this what Monokuma meant by a new world? If so, then what's up there? I know not. This is the second floor of the school. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Yeah, I'm sure of it. There's got to be something here. Alright, so question. What is the button that allows me to have a map? Alright, there's the transcript. There's that. I guess I have strafe buttons. That's cool. And oh wait, hang on, map indicator. Press the Y button. Oh, well thank you. Wow, it really just legitimately completely changed. That's honestly pretty awesome. Alright, so, whoa, alright, back it up. Apparently there's stuff right over there. We've got what appears to be a pool, a library, maybe? And more bathrooms. Alright, time to check stuff out, I guess. Always start with what you've got first. Oh, hey, look, another gun. Awesome.
Just a second.
Ah, Makoto! Hey, guess what? Guess what I found? A pool! There's a pool here! A pool! Pool! You don't have to keep repeating it, I got it. And there's a ton of exercise equipment in the locker room. Sakura's gonna go nuts when she finds out. And you're right about that. Hina seems way more excited than usual. Well, her thing is swimming. I mean, it stands to basic reasoning, I suppose. Hey, Chihiro, have you checked out the pool yet? No, I don't like wearing swimsuits. Yeah, you do seem like the type who might not be into that kind of thing. But still, it sounds like the locker rooms here have all the exercise equipment you could ask for. Maybe I'll give it a try. I'd kind of like to get a little stronger. You want to get stronger? I have to say, that's kind of unexpected. Which is a little kind of a rude thing to say to her, but okay. But I'm not even brave enough to step foot into the locker room. You don't even want to go in the locker room. It's not that I don't want to, it's just... I don't get it. Is she afraid of locker rooms or something? That's a pretty weird phobia, though. Dude, there's a phobia for people who are afraid of small holes. Plus, there's that one phobia that's like the phobia of really long words, but it's like 12 syllables long, which I can only assume someone did out of spite. The second floor is opened up, the living area has grown, and a number of faculties are now available. Whatever else is going on, I must admit things have been made much more comfortable for us.
Do you understand?
If things continue like this, the occasional class trial might not be so bad. That's an incredibly disturbing thing to say. I got my eye on you, you creepy weirdo. Alright. Also, coming from someone who never goes outside, and, like, is very pale, I genuinely have to wonder how you pulled off your unearthly valor paleness thing going on there. Alright, can I go in? Behind this door is the locker room.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess you need your handbook to get into the locker rooms. Really? And here he is. Really, really? Yeah. If you want to unlock the locker room, which isn't even a thing you can say, you'll have to swipe your personal e-handbook across the card reader next to the door. However, to ensure maximum security within each locker room, only a boy's handbook can open the boys' locker room, and the same goes for the girls. And that's the bottom line.
But
Because Stone Cold said so. But what if someone opens the door and then someone else sneaks in? Anyone who commits such indecency will be punished without mercy for their scandalous sexual depravity. With the colossal machine gun, yeah, the Gatling gun, whatever. And it'll be all like, ducka, ducka, ducka.
just a second.
I bet it'd really hurt to get shot by that thing. Yeah! You know, I can't argue with that. No, I think it'd be a little worse than that. But what happens if someone loans their handbook to someone else? A boy could borrow a girl's handbook, and that would get them into the girl's locker room, would it not? What? That never even occurred to me. To think someone could be so low, so cowardly, so devilish. You know, like you. Okay, then how's this sound? Time for a new rule. As of this moment, loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. There. So now nobody can give their handbook to anyone else, right? You like that? I'm kind of a genius, right? It's because my brain is 100% cotton. Okay, so are you a stuffed animal or are you a robot? You can't be both.
Honestly.
I do not imagine anyone would have lent their handbook out in the first place. After all, they would likely be held responsible for anything that person might do using the handbook. But, you know, you seem awfully concerned with all this locker room security stuff.
Of course.
Okay, yeah, you are a very disturbing individual. Please stop talking. Then in that case, I would ask that you keep the same close eye on our dorms. If some man and some woman decide to share a room, there would be nothing to stop them. All I care about is protecting the holy image of the school itself. I don't care what happens in your private dorms, by force or by kind, do whatever you... You really know how to make me upset, don't you?
Just the worst.
I hate you so much.
See ya later.
Oh my god. Okay. Man, that stupid bear totally ruined my mood. Maybe I'll go take a dip to cheer myself up.
You got it.
Celeste, Chihiro, you want to come with me?
As for me,
There's nothing I hate more than getting water on my face. That is an absurdly specific thing to dislike.
I'm
Sorry, I'll pass this time. As mentioned by the, I guess, locker room phobia. How come? When you're in a funk, there's nothing better than a good swim to pull you out of it. Pretty sure that only applies to you. And anybody else who likes to swim. I mean, it's possible. Okay. Well, I guess that's that. Should I actually check the pool? I might as well. All of these new rooms are obviously going to play a role in something in the future, otherwise none of this stuff would be going on. Like the stuff about handbooks and stuff. I mean, if there's anything I've learned about, you know, the whole door frame thing, it seems like even the tiniest bit of incidental knowledge is probably going to be vital at some point. Alright, so monitor and door. So the only thing you can inspect is this poster. Okay. Now this is an interesting poster. Obviously someone put this in the school, but is it really okay to have something like this here? I can only assume, otherwise it wouldn't be there. Still odd. And I also find it odd that I can't inspect literally anything but it. So, I'm just gonna put that away in my mental banks. If I'm gonna get by in this game, I'm gonna have to really start analyzing every completely esoteric detail. Wow, that is a lot of steel. That seems like a really weird way to structure a building. Like, why would you have individual windows? Why not just have giant ones? Like, huge vertical ones that fill up the 3 spots. Why have, like, a 3x3 grid? That seems kind of unnecessary. And, okay. Doesn't seem like there's anything actually here, though. Okay, then. Then I shall back it up, back it up, back it up. Leave the boys' room, yep. Back it up, back it up. Back, 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 back it up. Okay, so unless the bathrooms are suddenly interesting, which I kind of doubt, I suppose I should actually maybe go in there. I mean, why not? Whoa, hello. Was not expecting anybody to be in here. This must be what he meant by a new world. I should probably take a really close look around. That would probably be the best course of action. Doesn't look any different than any other room I've seen up to this point. Nooby-cabby. Onwards. Oh, wrong button. Trying to figure out what the running button is. I guess I'll never know. Ah, well, what you gonna do? Well, everybody's hanging out inside the friggin' library. Bunch of nerds is what y'all are. Alright, yo, you're the smarty pants. It's remarkably dusty in here, and the lighting is less than ideal. For a library, it's not the kind of place I'd want to do much reading in. People read in libraries? I thought that's just where the homeless went to nap. Weird. I'm absolutely shocked. How come? They have all these books here and not one copy of any of my works. Well, yeah, why would they have comics in a library? You're incredibly rude, but you also have a point. Plus, most fanfic is just drawn by a bunch of amateurs. Well, that's not true. I mean, most fanfics I'm aware of aren't drawn at all. You just don't get it. Not at all. I do too get it. And with a face like yours, anyone can tell nothing you do is worthwhile. See, I don't understand the brain that is inside your head. You seem to have this weird mentality of like, okay, I'll insult and belittle every last single person inside this building. And then whenever anybody ever confronts me about it, I'll just say, oh, that's just because you hate me. Like, you are literally kind of one of the worst types of people I can think of. Granted, I'm not too cool with Hifumi in general. He's honestly really kind of creepy, so I'm not defending him specifically, it's just in general. Say whatever you want about me, but never judge a book by its author. Now hear this, appearance means nothing at all. What you see before you is nothing more than the rind that contains the meaty pulp of my genius. I feel like there are a lot of ways you could have phrased that, and that would have been the worst. My creations are what determine my meaning and value. You're so full of it. Yeah, says the author herself. I'm used to being misunderstood. You think a weak attacks like yours will drop my HP? Those two really worry me. Alright. It goes against my baser instincts, but alright. But still, this library is most interesting. What's interesting about it?
Stop talking.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking out loud. Alright. What do you gotta say? You must be pretty happy to have all these books around, huh, Toko? Not particularly. Nothing's really caught my attention so far. Indeed, there's a plethora of books, it's true, but the content seems lacking. Yep, he's still going on about this. Comic books, young adult, that stuff's a waste of time. I've seen what you write, Miss Fukawa. Talented as you are, your stuff isn't any more worthwhile. La bazunga.
What the heck?
My stories are filled with true love and pure feelings. Don't compare them to that garbage of yours. Your writing doesn't even mean anything, it's just a bunch of jumbled up letters. One could say that's exactly what all written word is. Somebody should just burn it all. Oh, the lady doth protest too much, methinks. Yep, okay. Getting into the weird territory.
I'm telling you.
Throwaway culture that'll be trashed and forgotten in half a decade. Yeah, I'm definitely positive that your romance novels are definitely going to stand the test of time. No, you're clearly on the side of right here. These two are really starting to freak me out. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Where, or how do I activate the ping? How do I activate the ping? Let's see, exit return, reset view, How do I, let's see, the exit, sorry, I know this isn't exactly the most interesting of things to look at. Observe? Oh. The Y button is the map and the observe button. Alright. So, desk, note, laptop. Gotcha. Alright. There's a thick layer of dust on top of the desk. It looks like the library's been neglected for a pretty long time. As nice as the school itself is, whoever's in charge of upkeep has been pretty lazy. Strange. Oh! And the coin has returned to me. Alright. And what's in the letter? The shelf is covered in dust, but on the shelf is a letter! What's this? Hope Speak Academy.
Indeed.
Considering how yellow the paper is, it's been there for a while. It was buried under a thick layer of dust. It must have been sitting there for quite a while. Well, shall we see what's inside? But we shouldn't read other people's mail without their permission.
Is that right?
What we shouldn't do is leave this here without finding out what's inside. Okay. Y'all easily led, Makoto. I broke the seal on the dusty envelope and pulled out the single sheet of paper I found inside. I unfolded the paper and read what was written there. Let's talk about what we're going to do before we do it, and then do it! From the Hope Speak Academy Executive Office. Throughout the years, we have committed to shaping the youth who will one day shape the world. We have a long, proud history as an institution of higher learning with full governmental support. Our graduates enter society ready to take on action leadership roles in every major job field. However, Hope Speak Academy must now lower the curtain on its glorious history for the time being. This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. But make no mistake, this is not the end for Hope Speak Academy. We intend to reopen our doors as soon as the issues forcing our closure have been resolved. That being said, this is the end for now, and I would like to personally and sincerely thank everyone for your help and support over the years. For now, we are awaiting official government authorization to formally cease operations. What does this mean? It seems pretty clear cut, but okay. The contents of this letter are quite interesting indeed. It would seem Hope's Peak has stopped functioning as a school. And judging by the amount of dust the letter had collected, it doesn't seem to have happened recently. If I had to guess, I'd say this letter could at least be a year old. So you're saying Hope's Peak closed down at least a year ago? Most likely, the mastermind took over the abandoned school in order to put on this little performance. But that would mean it closed when I got here just a few days ago. But I didn't get that sense at all. Plus, if this school had shut down, don't you think it would have been in all the newspapers and stuff? I mean, you're saying it could have happened over a year ago, right? But before I got here, I looked stuff up online about the school and never saw anything about this.
So in other words...
It must have all been a part of the mastermind's plan. They lured us all in here. Someone who could create a place to judge and execute people could potentially be capable of anything. I mean, at this point, I guess. Of course, that's all assuming that this letter is real.
However,
If it is real, though, that does solve one mystery surrounding the school. And the reason there are no other students here could be because the school had already closed down. That would be a nice, simple solution, it's true. But then, what about the other part? This decision was not an easy one to make, but serious issues beyond our control have made it necessary. Huh. What did they mean by serious issues? Other than Monokuma, I would assume. That's apparently why the school had to close. Is there any connection between that and what's happening to us now?
now.
If the two events are in fact connected, uncovering that connection would be a useful clue, on top of figuring out the mastermind's motive. Although I can't really say any more until we find more details. So in other words, only the mastermind knows the truth right now. The mastermind's motive. If we can figure out why they would want to imprison us all here, will that be enough to get us out of here? Or... I can't say I know. Alright. Laptop! It looks like a laptop. The laptop looks pretty old, and it's all covered in dust. And it's green. That can't be good.
So
It's broken. I tried pressing the power button earlier, but nothing happened. It's broken, huh? Too bad. Well, either that or it's out of power. I mean, it's a laptop, and I don't see a plug. I was hoping I could use it to go online and see what's going on in the outside world. Well, I imagine we'd probably not have access to that sort of thing. It would kind of be an easy way to get out of here. If it's broken, there's nothing I can really do about it. Anyway, now I have a pretty good idea what's on the second floor. But I didn't see anything that might lead to any kind of exit or anything. I don't know why you would think there would be. All I can do now is hope someone else found something worthwhile. Alright, better head back to the dining hall as soon as possible. All things to keep in my brain zone. I'm ready for harsh words to fly. Ladies and gentlemen, how'd it go? Did anyone discover any interesting new anything?
yes, indeed.
There's a library,
Okay.
and a pool, a freaking pool, and a locker rooms filled with exercise equipment.
Well,
There was not, however, anything resembling an escape route. Yeah, she's right.
I see.
Well, hey, there's no reason to get all sulky. Wait till you hear about my amazing discovery.
Quiet down and
The
listen.
warehouse and bathhouse on the first floor of the dorms are now open.
Hear me?
And the warehouse is chock full of food, clothes, whatever you want. There's so much, it's insane. Go ahead and stuff yourself to the gills whenever you feel like, ha ha ha.
Are you okay with
Keep in mind, of course, that going out at nighttime is still prohibited. Please do not forget.
Yo.
Okay, and what about a dinking way out of here? You find anything like that? Oh, well,
What?
then there wasn't anything in the warehouse we could use to get our asses out of here. Nothing? Unfortunately, no. Not that I saw.
Hey, come on.
Yeah, stinking people.
What?
Who gives a dang if we have a dang pool all up in here, or a warehouse, or whatever the dink?
Stop fucking around.
We're still trapped in this piece of excrement school. We need to find a goddamn way out now. No, it's no point taking your anger out on us. Adaptation is the key, yes? For now, we must each find a way to enjoy our current situation.
You piece of...
Whatever you say, you stinking loon. A loon is a device you can use to make yarn, I think. For now, let's just continue our investigation and let everyone know if you should discover something.
So then,
So are we done for today? Well, yeah, I guess so. Seems like the wind is finally coming out of that guy's sails. Unfortunate. The air seemed to suddenly grow heavy again. Was this the mastermind's plan? To give us hope just to turn around and betray that hope? I can't help but feel like the overwhelming themes here are hope and despair. Those are the words that are getting thrown around a lot. Also, the way that the camera is angled, it looks like Kafumi has Yashihiro's hair. And that's kind of funny looking. Oh, I'm sure that didn't mean anything. And the dinging. Why? Why? Couldn't you have picked a different sound for that? Any other sound would have been amazing. Yep, you're talking. Don't care. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay,
Yep,
then.
don't care. Stop talking. Thank you and good night. We all promised not to leave our rooms during nighttime. There's not much else to do. I guess I'll just go to bed.